All right, Bryce, the expert at the Alfa Romeo situation.
Yep.
What do I need to know?
We're gonna walk through tuning for altitude, or really anywhere, tuning your Spica pump. You've got two main adjustments up here, right? If you want to zoom in, just so you got it for video here. It's the barometric capsule, adjusts for altitude, right?
Okay.
But primarily,
Which one?
The top.
Okay.
Right here.
Oh, the very top.
Yep. So if I were to do that over to C or F, these are just different settings from the factory.
Right.
It's that raises the barometric capsule.
Okay.
And that allows for more fuel up top.
Okay.
So, again.
So that's the micro adjustment. That's the main adjustment. That thing.
That's the main adjustment for the top end.
Okay.
So from about approximately 4,000 to 7,000.
Okay.
That is your main fuel adjustment.
Okay.
The other adjustment is your fuel adjustment solenoid. We call it the FAS. There's this guy down here with the wire on it.
Okay.
So if you turn that outwards,
when you say turn,
lefty loosey.
Like this, that.
Lefty loosey, yep.
Okay.
Break that nut. You should have gotten a nut.
Yeah, I did get that. Yeah.
A wrench. So
yeah.
Crack that loose, and it should be relatively close. So not much more than, we always look at the tab up here to see how far we moved it. Within a half a turn should be close. That is your low end adjustment.
Okay.
So that's idle to mid-range adjustment.
Okay.
For fueling. So again, say if you have your AFR in the tailpipe, you're reading it around idle, you're gonna want it around, 13-ish
at idle.
Or so.
Okay.
That's not science. That's just somewhere around there. Everything else set up properly. That'll be your low end. So you can help that adjust with idle. Say you're running lean, you're hunting a little bit, you're gonna want to back it out, loosen it, lefty loosey, to adjust for idle. And then this guy, again, how we do it at my shop, we run it, and I'm not kidding, I do 7,000 RPM.
Oh, wow.
In second gear, third gear, pull it into the shop, read the plugs, and you're reading the porcelain, the white part of the spark plug to see, where you are. And you want a nice coloration. You don't want it too dark, you don't want it too light. If it's too white and you see a little discoloration on the firing tip, the strap that comes over above then you're too lean. So all you do, this is a 12 millimeter nut up top. You would crack that loose and go based on the barometric capsule right up here, this top part.
Okay.
So you'd crack this 12 millimeter nut, and you'd take a pair of needle nose pliers, is what we do, and you'd loosen it, probably about a quarter to a half turn, max, outward, and then tighten that 12 millimeter nut. Or you should be able to get there. If you need more fuel, usually it's less fuel because you're at altitude. You'd be turning it in for less fuel because you're at altitude, less oxygen in the air, less fuel needed. In meaning right? Yep, righty-tighty. You turn it down, again, within a half turn. None of these parameters are more than, you're not turning them in a full turn, a turn and a half, or anything like that. We're talking minor adjustments.
Okay.
Yep. And you're locking that nut back again, and you're driving it, doing a spark plug read. You can also, again, for AFRs, for a NA car, non-boosted, non-forced induction car, you're looking for 12.5 to 12.8 at wide open throttle.
Okay. All right.
So either plug read or an AFR read, 12.5 to 12.8, nice little light, coloration on the white porcelain. You want some color, like a brown.
So it's constant porcelain. It's plug check. This isn't a couple hour event to do it right.
No. It'll not totally, but I mean, as long as it's fully warm, reading the plugs when they're hot can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. But go take it out. Might be difficult. You're in the town. Find a wide open stretch. Yeah. Rip it. 2-3 times. Second gear, 7,000 RPM. Third gear, 7,000 RPM. Try and get it back here again around the tip of the spark plug. The metal threads around the edge are more idle, and on the white porcelain is more wide open throttle on the white part of the spark plug.
Okay.
And so you're gonna want to read that. If you have an AFR gauge, that can be hooked up. And
we do.
I know you don't have a bung in the exhaust though, so it's tailpipe sensor, right?
Right.
So it's a little delayed, but again, when driving, wide open, reading it when you're at almost 7,000 RPM.
So, we've never done that.
6, whatever your main driving style.
And what should it be at 7?
12.5 to 12.8.
And at idle, it should be
13, 13.5 ideally, somewhere in that range. Again, we do it all based off plugs and just idle levels. And then again, if you're gonna adjust, I believe we sent you new O-rings, and for these guys.
I don't recall. I didn't get them separately.
These are I think at the very beginning, not entirely sure, but we can.
Oh.
These are your two idle air circuits, so
Okay.
manage how much air between each cylinder is getting. There are little bronze, pieces in there, and tightening them crunches an O-ring and takes away air.
So is that something we should be?
If you have a little higher of an idle right now, which again
I do. It's 1200,
it
1300.
can jump around. I would take each of them maybe an eighth of a turn tighter, righty-tighty,
Okay.
to take away air.
Okay.
To bring the idle back.
That's
down.
that's the best way to adjust idle. What was it idling when you had it?
I do personally like a slightly high.
I should leave it at 1200.
1200 can be a bit high. I personally like more. I do like a higher idle because from the factory they were probably around 850, 900.
Right.
But to me, an Alfa, when you get in first gear, it likes to come out of it and rip a little faster. Kind of jumps those lower sluggy RPMs a little bit.
Right.
And it's a little higher coming into first gear and jumping out of a gear. I like it to be a little bit higher at idle. So usually more in the 1,000 to 1,100 range.
So I should, and the best way to do idle again is through these. There isn't an idle screw somewhere.
No.
Okay.
Not on there are different adjustments to the throttle plates and everything, but your TA gap, it's measuring coolant temperature.
0.19.
Yep. That just needs to be, 0.19 down there. And long rod and everything should be set to length, when we had it. But other than that, setting, depending on AFR, your fuel adjustment solenoid.
Right.
Down here, you're turning that in for leaner and out for more fuel, lefty-loosey for more
Only
fuel.
at the high end.
Nope, for this guy.
Okay.
Down low, that's like
that's low.
Idle to 3,500
okay.
or so. And this will adjust idle a little bit, but mostly the top end. So again, when we're doing a plug read, high RPM.
And it's not this, it's the screw. It's not.
You would knock that 12 millimeter loose, take a pair of needle nose pliers and grab the stud essentially that's sticking out of it.
Okay.
And you would turn that in for less fuel at the top end and out for more fuel at the top end.
I gotta be honest, I did not understand anything you said, but I did record it all. And for Beto,
he will understand it.
all right, because I'm not sure if he's been doing exactly all this stuff. He's been doing a lot of
And
stuff.
again, it should be close. We actually, when we were at the shop, we leaned it out a little bit before we sent it.
Okay.
So it should be closer.
Close to-
But again, a plug read and an AFR gauge read tell you everything you need to know. Small adjustments, nothing dramatic.
Okay.
Turning it.
Because it's running really good now. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to chase perfection, but I'm really bummed that of all times it's not operational.
And this deal doesn't even really look that deformed, but I have seen those wear.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just leaking fuel. I mean,
And again, you could try two new. I don't know what these are. These two washers. You could try.
I've got the part coming.
Yeah.
I've got this part coming.
Everything here looks flat. The crush surface is a.
And he blew this out and didn't find any leaks in this.
No, I mean that's all going to be on that surface. If you determine that's where it was leaking, I mean it could, there's a chance it leaks there or there. Or there on those crush washers there or there. Usually never see that. Usually never see this. If they've been tightened and not been leaking, it'd be weird that they just started leaking unless it got loose. So these crush washers look like they've got a pretty good sealing surface around them. But again, you never. I don't know. I wasn't the guy. I didn't tighten it. But I've seen it before. Exactly. An old car. I would just go there.
Hopefully it'll be able
make sure. Yeah, I mean even this. I can't see the bottom side's hard to see, but it's not a bad idea to replace that. And if possible, these look fine. They don't have any big imprints in them or anything like that. But
Okay.
over torque on the steel is going to be hard on the steel banjo that you've got coming. So I would just give it a good torque down and run it. Be looking at it when you first turn it on and check it out. you should be all good. Small adjustments on the pump. Drive the heck out of it. Enjoy it.
Awesome.
Yep.